I know from genetic testing that I have a higher risk of cancer. I have mostly come to realize that this has given me a gift to be proactive, but still at times I have fallen into a what if loop about the future. How do I balance the need to think about the present and be proactive with screening, but also leave the future to the future?
I used to live in Pacific Northwest, very close to the coast, 20 years ago. And it was a very small community, rural community, fishing community. And it was pretty much at sea level. So there was always this threat of tsunami. And there were tsunami warnings, there were tsunami detection systems, there were earthquake detection systems, and we had the whole tsunami path. I mean, we had to make sure that we knew what the path was so we could go high up on the mountain and that sort of thing. So when we first drove there, we didn't know the word tsunami actually when we went there first, and it was scary. But as we become familiar with it, we realize that, okay, we have to be just aware of it and then live our life. I think same is with someone who has a predisposition towards cancer because of a genetic predisposition. I think it is one thing that is good here. Of course, we would not want anyone to have such a predisposition, is that we have now systems to predict it. And you have this early warning system where you will be screened for it. And very likely, if this happens, it'll be picked up much sooner than it would have been otherwise. In fact, sometimes I have shared with patients who are struggling that with this predisposition, that because of this awareness and regular testing, you will probably not die of cancer. You'll probably die of old age or, something else, warm in bed, old age, past age 100, living a wonderful life. I do not mean to say that this is not stressful, but I think if you can see the element of light in that stress, where you can see that because of this awareness and because of the modern testing, I will be fine. And if that tsunami happens, I have an early warning system. I'll be able to go to a mountain and I'll be okay. So if something happens, it'll be picked up on time, and I will be able to, cure it sooner with minimal side effects compared to somebody else. See, majority of the cancer happens, as they say, 80% of breast cancer happens in those who have no known predisposition. And I haven't seen the most recent data in those people who are not being screened or who are not aware that this threat exists. It is picked up at an advanced stage, compared to those who are very good about screening. So keep that perspective in mind overall. Having said that, the beauty is, we can't prevent tsunamis and earthquakes and volcanoes, but we now know that we can at least decrease the risk of cancer by healthy lifestyle, by eating healthy, by exercising, by sleeping, by allowing ourselves to experience good, uplifting emotions, and sometimes, positive relationships, living a life of purpose. All those things change our anti-cancer milieu in the body, inflammatory milieu in the body. So when you are telling your physical body that I'm having a good time on the planet, it will start preparing to keep you on the planet for a longer time. Very much like you like to be in a party where you're having fun, right? So tell yourself that I'm having a good time on the planet, I'm fulfilling a meaning, take care of yourself well. And so invest all your energy in these cancer preventative strategies, while being reassured that because you're being screened, if this was to ever happen, it'll be picked up early, and because we have the technology for it, and you will be cured. Plus, a lot of times people worry about the future without counting the kind of help and support they will have. So I can assure you that if the adverse diagnosis happens, you will have the kind of support you cannot even imagine with respect to the medical professionals, doctors, nurses, social workers and such, therapists, with respect to your loved ones, your friends, your colleagues, and your neighbors. So keep that in the equation. You're not alone.